sun-slicked avenue, long shadows in the night. Kick off your spike-heeled shoes. You got to run for your life, for your life, for your life. Razor blade in your pocket from an ex-marine. Makes you speed like a rocket. It cuts so clean, clean. Maxine, you're not the only one to take the whole world on. No one's ever won. Ooh, Maxine, case 1352, a red and green tattoo, eyes cold steel blue. Who's that walking behind you? Who's that talking about you? Who's that walking with you, Maxine? Who's that walking behind you? Who's that talking about you? Who's that walking with you, Maxine?
G'day, you mob. Long time no see, all two of you. James H, how are you? Huawei, how are you? Hang on, James, isn't that your fourth heart in a row? I think you did 3 hearts on last week's post. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to stream today again, and then I thought, nah, g'day BJ. I thought, nah, I'll probably owe you one. So yeah, I frantically at about 1:45 my time. What's that? About 15 minutes ago, I set everything up. So yeah, you wouldn't have got a 30-minute notification, and you probably might not have even got a notification for the stream starting. I'm not sure how it works with how far in advance I have to set stuff up before you get notifications. But, you know, thanks heaps for being here, guys. I know it's a bit late for the usual crowd, or there's probably someone else streaming by now. If you have 3 weeks off, I'm sure people jump in your slot pretty quick. But let's have a quick chat to this fella.
G'day.
How are you, man?
Good. How you going?
That's good. Yeah, I'm all right. A bit chilly, but it's a bloody beautiful day, isn't it?
It is. The sun is shining.
We've had 2 days now of sun in a row.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Or was there rain yesterday? No, there wasn't any yesterday, I don't think. But yeah, it's been beautiful weather. The kind of weather where if you're in the sun, you can break a sweat. And if you're not in the sun, you get very crispy nipples.
Yes.
What's been going on with you?
Well, I got this room set up so I can got myself an orchid. But yeah, I'm out just the room next to the back veranda.
Yeah, gotcha. Right. Very convenient.
Built myself this nice chair. big gaming chair.
Built yourself a chair, as in assembled.
Yeah, assembled. Yeah, gaming kit. Yeah, I didn't build it from scratch.
Is it comfy? Is it worth it?
Fuck yeah! One of the best $400 I've ever spent.
Yeah, right. I've often considered getting one, but you've seen my room where my computer's set up, and it's a little bit crowded in there for a big chair, so I just stick with my plastic school chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've considered it. Maybe even I should get one for out here since I sit outside here so many hours a day.
Yeah, it's definitely worth having the lumbar support, that's for sure, like in your back.
Yeah, my back's been giving me a bit of grief the last few weeks.
So good.
Yeah, I kind of doing what I do kind of helps to have a functional back. G'day, Chewy.
G'day, guys.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting few weeks. No streaming and whatnot. The timing, just the timing basically has been poor because my old man gets himself up out of bed very, very late. So by the time I need to start streaming, it's generally time to start making lunches and whatnot. And, that's not the only reason. There's been other reasons as well, but don't necessarily need to go into them. G'day, Pam. How are you? Who is this? Yes, some random stranger that no one's seen for weeks. Alrighty, let us also add this human.
Hey, what's going on?
There. Bit of this, bit of this.
Bit of this, bit of that. Yeah, my power went out, man. That was crazy.
It's back on already, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The power went out all around the hood, man. The whole city. Whole city's power went out there. I don't know what happened. But it's back on. I guess somebody flipped a switch or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the good thing about having a grid or a network, isn't it?
Yeah. They're like, it's under investigation, sir. Like, okay. Well, I guess your investigation team will
do their best investigating.
Go over there and flip the other switch, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
9 times out of 10, if it's like a drunk person crashing into a power pole, they can rectify them pretty quick.
Yeah.
But if you just happen to be in that cell, you're still screwed until they repair it.
Yeah, that was my guess. I was kind of thinking like, wow, maybe somebody crashed into something or whatever. But it's hard to say sometimes when they don't tell you. Like it's under investigation, sir. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't ever really tell you, do they? They always just go under investigation, and then they say fixed by this particular time estimate.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. They were saying it was going to be fixed by 10:45, and it's 9:05. So I figured, well, either way, they beat their plan. Whatever their plan was.
I think they always do that as well to give people a when it comes back earlier than their specified time, then people feel a lot better about that.
Yeah.
They go, they expected it to take 2 hours to fix, and it only took them 37 minutes. Those guys must have been working really hard for us consumers.
Yeah. I mean, which is funny because like it's not even enough time for somebody to like go get in their truck and drive wherever whatever was broken, So you're like, what was it really, guys? What was it?
Yeah, it'd be nice to know those things. I too I'm often inquisitive about that kind of stuff.
So what's been going on? What's been happening with the boys over here?
Not a hell of a lot. A whole bunch of rinsing and repeating. Life gets a bit like that.
Okay.
But nice, beautiful, clear day today. Great weather.
It's good weather over there, or what?
Yeah. Crystal clear sky. Nice brisk breeze blowing. It's beautiful today. And yesterday was quite nice as well.
Lots of sunshine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the hold on, let me see. Wait, no, I want F to C. That's what I want. I want F to Celsius. Yeah, it was like 35 out today.
Oh, right. I was thinking you always talk in Fahrenheit, even though you just said you were converting it.
It's like I was converting it for you guys. So
you
you boys would know what I was saying. It was hot. It was hot and sunny.
Spicy.
Yeah.
That is a good temperature.
Although I will tell you, east of the mountains, where I was at this weekend, it was warmer and only getting hotter. So I'm almost kind of glad I left because, you know, when it gets over 100, it's just sort of unbearable. There's just really like not much you can do about it, you know?
Especially if it's coupled with some humidity. G'day, Scuba Steve.
Yeah. Because I think it was... So let's see. Let's convert it here. Yeah, it was like 43 Fahrenheit or 43 Celsius over there.
Crikey.
Yeah, and you're just like, ugh, it's just too hot. I don't know what you do. I don't know what to do when it's that hot. I don't even know if the humidity counts anymore. Doesn't it all just evaporate or something?
Once it gets to a certain temperature,
Yeah,
maybe, but you know, it's got to evaporate upwards into the atmosphere.
I guess that's true. Then you start getting like weird tornadoes.
BJ, you had a fall, twisted knees and twisted back. No fun at all. Hope you repair rapidly, love. Pardon me.
Zabim, what's been going on? You've been selling some jewels. You've been traveling. What have you been doing? What's going on?
Yeah, we did a few day trips, but nothing too hectic. Getting a lot of phone orders, which is good. But yeah, I had my mum up. She helped us get started with a lot of cleaning after the floods and the mold bullshit. So
Yeah,
I cleared out this room that I'm in now, which used to just be a big mess, and now it's painted and I got new furniture, and it's kind of nice having a private studio to do my shit in.
well, there you go.
To hang out with my computer.
The upside of a flood.
What's that?
It says the upside, the silver lining of a flood.
Yeah, absolutely. We filled up a 8-meter squared skip bin full of stuff out of the garage, and there's still probably another skip bin's worth, but you know, we've got to get on with other stuff, so we can't just focus on cleaning up and throwing out anymore.
Right.
It's amazing how fast those skips fill up, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I was surprised, but you know, it was pretty radical. And yeah, just getting used to having a new space. It's really cool. Got myself a nice. Wait, where is it? Oh no, I'm blocking it. Which way? God, can't get used to this.
While Zabe's sorting out his camera, I'll say g'day to Vinoxky and to Stephen P. Double M Triple I. How are you guys?
Yeah, got a nice orchid. Hang out with
Select
someone
pet, how are you? Is that? Yeah, I had one of those orchids in the kitchen, and once it finished flowering, it just died off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I probably should have tended to it better and taken it out of the bark and repotted it or something. Strapped it to a tree.
Well, I'm hoping this one lasts.
You want?
I'm hoping it lasts. The flowers have lasted a good week at least now, so yeah, it should be good. Give it little bits of water, not too much.
Yeah, they don't need a lot because of their nice chunky aerial roots. They suck enough out of the air as well.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially they are epiphytes, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of my best ones are strapped up in trees. around the gardens and whatnot. If you want more orchids, I got orchids.
Mhm.
They're
Mostly common ones, though.
the orchids are just so fussy, though. You know,
Yeah.
it's so easy to be like, "Wow, look at my beautiful orchid," and then it's like, "Oh, there's my dead orchid. Look at it. It's great.
Mm.
It was doing
that-
great for. It was doing great for 9 months straight, and then all of a sudden, it was just a shriveled, dead thing, and you're like, "What happened?" And people will be like, "Did you let sun get on it?" You know, and you're like, "Dude, it's not helping," and then you just get sad.
Mm.
Yeah, I got some pretty spectacular, massive specimens up in trees. And like I said, they are the easy to tend for ones. So that's probably why they've survived so long. There's too many real fancy ones and rare ones that require a lot of care. Oh, what's on for what we got a what do you call them? Convention on or something, is there? If Select Pet is in a hotel full of fish people, hyped up, there must be something going on. But yeah, I haven't actually done one of these live streams for what? So 3 weeks off, so I guess that makes it 5 weeks since my last stream. Is my maths right? I think so. One week either side of 3. Yeah, I think that adds up.
It'll do.
G'day, Sharpie.
Who knows?
Maybe the timing is good because there's a few people here that don't normally turn up. Sharpie must be up early. Must be before breakfast time for Sharpie, I reckon. Made me world clock back in action. Chewy, I haven't picked up a guitar for quite a few weeks, I must say. I can't. I got pretty close a few nights ago because I was looking up chord charts and stuff for a few songs, but it was late at night, so I didn't pull the guitar out and practice, and then I lost the drive the next day to do it. I'm getting very rusty, so I should yes, definitely pick it up more often. Even the ukulele I haven't picked up for ages. I am interested in buying a mandolin, though. I want to learn that one.
Oh yeah.
So maybe if I get a mandolin, it might reinvigorate my interest in the stringed arts. G'day, 3G. Hang on, I got to mute my mic for a sec. I'm getting sinusy stuff.
He's gonna yell at people in the background.
I
Hey,
think it's the bloody cigarettes.
There it is. Couldn't find the mute button, even though I only just pushed it and the mouse was still on.
It's all those Brecky bourbons.
Brecky bourbons. Yeah, I should have today. No, I shouldn't have. Actually, I was up reasonably early by my standards, and I think I was down to the supermarket and back before 10 o'clock. Very, very, very rare event for me these days.
Oh yeah.
Are you chasing particular ones yet?
whoa!
I would imagine that's a phone call or something. We've got this promotion going on in our local supermarket where they waste a hell of a lot of packaging, which they do come under fire for every time they do one of these promotions. But they're little stickers that you can stick on, like they're chunky fabric stickers, but you can stick them on things like Bluetooth speakers. TIE Fighter on a Bluetooth speaker. Fabric, they stick on fabric as well. Better not stick one to this official Star Wars shirt. So yes, me and Z-Beam were discussing the other day, exchanging a couple. He wants Marvel ones, I want Star Wars ones, and there's a couple of Star Wars ones that I still require. All the other ones are just nonsense for kiddies, so I'll give them to my sister for her grandson and granddaughter. Or grandsons, I suppose, if the other boys are collecting. Anyway, that's a whole bunch of irrelevant nonsense. So you're not working tomorrow, Daryl?
Oh, I'm working tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, right. Have you had a clock change or something? Or is 3
What's
o'clock
that?
my time? 3 o'clock my time must be normally when you split.
Yeah, it's 9:17 right now.
Right. In my haste to set this rig up, I've forgotten to bring out the power supply unit for my laptop, so I'm just going to go grab it.
Oh, he's going to go grab it. Let's see. A lot of work goes into playing a mandolin properly. If you think Eddie Van Halen was hot, his dad was doing finger taps before he was born. Well, yeah, oftentimes people learn how to play instruments from their parents, you know.
Innately. Well, that was a waste of time stacking those things up. I just knocked them all over.
Oh, the Aquatic Triple Crown Convention. I've been here all week getting it ready, and the crowd started trickling in today. Yeah, the Triple Crown. I kind of wanted to go to the Triple Crown, but July's not a good month for me to just leave to go to a fish convention. It's not really a great month for me to just leave and go to a fish convention. What's that?
The heat. Why is that? The heat or just the timing of the year?
Well, I mean, like family vacations are in July,
Right.
you know. Well, for you guys, it's wintertime. For us, it's summertime.
Yeah.
And you don't have an actual winter, so
Not compared to you guys.
no.
Yeah.
So like, you know, when it's winter here, like we go and do stuff, but like, you know, it's gonna be cold and that kind of crap. So it's like when if it's June, July, and August here is when the kids have their summer break also.
Yeah.
So it's like all the people that are kind of stuck with the school year. Those are the months. Those are the months where you can like go, take your kids for 2 weeks somewhere or whatever, So they're just not great for that. Well, and on top of it, it's like, Olivia's 3.5. So she would be fine at a convention, but it just, wouldn't be that great for, like just, going through all that trouble to take her for the weekend. You know what I mean? So, and then I think, I don't know, what are the dates? Hold on, let me pull up my calendar.
So being a Triple Crown, does that mean it's like 3 different conventions all rolled into one?
Yeah, they combined like the Live Bearer and the Cichlid and one other one. They combined them and then they called them the Triple Crown. I think it's in Kentucky too, right? Louisville. So yeah, like the July 11th to the 15th, like I was on vacation. This last weekend we went to Spokane. This coming weekend is like Vicky's doing a girl thing. I don't know, some girl retreat, women's retreat or something.
Mary Page.
Then like next month we're going to Alaska. so it's like it's not great. And then September we go on a rafting trip, so it's kind of hard to like schedule things like just going to a convention to say hi to people. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going there to sell anything or whatever, so it's kind of spend money to go hang out by myself at a fish convention or whatever. It's kind of
Yeah, pretty hard to justify it unless you're making a return. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't have any jewels to sell. I don't have any nothing like that. I don't have nothing to shill. I got nothing to recoup the money.
Yeah, there you go. Live bearer, cichlids, killifish, and rainbows. So it should be called the quadruple crown, says Chewy. Unless one of them is killifish and rainbows under one banner, maybe. Or live bearers and killifish. No, killifish spread eggs, don't they? Or lay eggs. Well, they do. They do a bubble nest or something.
Well, yeah.
Select Pet. Killifish.
So Select Pet has a good point. It says others said July is rough to get away from farms and outdoor work like construction. Like I'm super busy with work too, so it's like, if I take a 3-day, like a 3-day trip or something, it's like I'm gonna have to catch up with work and that kind of stuff. So it's all kind of a juggling act during the summer of trying to do, family trips and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's one of those things like if somebody, honestly, like if a company like sponsored me to go and like hosted it and stuff, like I could probably figure it out. But I don't know if I'm going to be like spending $2,000 to go on a fish convention by myself just to be out there like, hey, I like fish. I'm not going to buy anything. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy anything. So yeah. That's.
Pam says Wyoming has 2 seasons, winter and construction.
That's true. Yeah, Wyoming has 2 seasons. It's like deathly cold, or my God, why is it so hot right now? How is it this hot and dusty? Yeah, it's pretty wild. I like Wyoming though. I like it a lot out there, but I can't afford to move there and just live off investments, because I don't really have any investments, so that would be a problem.
Yeah, I like the countryside in Wyoming, and the fact that it's the least populated state in America.
Well, there's typically a reason for that.
And it is.
There's
typically a reason when places are the least populated.
Is that because it sucks?
Is it because of its harsh winters, or is there a plethora of reasons?
There's a plethora of reasons. There's not a lot of work, right? There's not a lot of work. There's not a lot of infrastructure. The winter is brutal, So just imagine that there's like 5 feet of snow outside. It's windy, and it's so cold that if you threw a bucket of water out the window, it's probably going to freeze by the time it hits the ground. And you don't have a job.
I saw a funny video.
You're probably not going to last very long. That's all I'm saying.
I certainly wouldn't. I'm not conditioned to that kind of weather. I saw a funny video a couple of days ago of a kid doing that, where you throw a pot of boiling water out into the air and see if it freezes. But it was a windy day, and as soon as he's chucked the pot of boiling water, it's gone up and straight down all over him. So he's rolling around in the snow like he's on fire. That's funny when people get hurt, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a thing, like, I like it out in Wyoming, and it's one of those things like you really need, like, either you're just born there or you need like seed money to go live there, because like you're either going to have to buy like a $2 million house /ranch situation, or Or just like, I guess, move into an apartment and try to find a job at like a store or something. I don't know. It's not, it's not like a boom. There's no, I mean, even Cheyenne is like their big town, and it's not like a booming, it's not a booming economic breeding ground or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like,
Its biggest boom was when the railway was going through there.
I think that was the high water mark. Yeah. And, there's like a lot of oil and there's some ranching and stuff like that, but it's not, like I said, if you're born there, you're kind of there. And then if you're not, Alaska's very similar, it's like if you don't have an economic opportunity to move up there, like it's not going to be the easiest thing to just be like, well, I'll find a job, I'll find a thing, I'll get a thing going,
Yeah.
And like in both of those states, if you're like motivated and you're good at networking and you're willing to show up and do stuff, you'll find some employment. But like I said, there are good long stretches of time, like the winter, where there isn't a whole lot to just go out there and I'm gonna go help that guy put a roof on his house for a couple weeks, or whatever. There's just nothing's happening. So
I imagine if the winters are so bitter, if you're a rancher, wouldn't your livestock have to be indoors for some of the winter? So you'd want some pretty serious barns. Yeah.
Yeah, there are but you build pole barns. They're not like, I don't know. You Aussies might think it's a real building, but yeah, I mean, you basically just got to keep the weather off them, is basically what you got to do. So like, even with the chickens, because it freezes here and stuff, like the big thing is to have a roof and then keep the wind off of them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, and they'll be fine. They'll just perch up. But sometimes chickens just freeze sitting on their,
Hey man,
on their, what do you call it? The perch.
Yeah, not too bad.
They'll just be sitting up on their perch and just freeze. A frozen chicken. So, but it is what it is.
Frozen chickens. That's cut out the middleman.
Yeah, but they're not butchered though. They're not feathered or anything. They're just kind of a disaster.
Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah. So I've got some abominable food.
As Pam says, winter temperatures in Wyoming can drop to negative 45 Celsius.
Yeah, right.
It's strong.
How's your fish going, Clovis?
I don't have any fish right now.
Really?
Yeah, I got a new house. I moved, man. So
all right, true.
Yep. And
how's the new house going?
Oh, fine. We just got done with the new roof. What day's today? Tuesday? So yesterday, Monday. Just got a new roof done. Next thing is I gotta swap both of the electrical panels out and rewire a bunch of stuff, a bunch of DIY electrical people, kind of thing. Round that out, and then I have to get a new hot water heater, get that put in. Ours works fine right now, but it is beyond its date of trust. You can't trust it. And you know what I mean? If it's a hot water heater that would last 10 years, it's on year 15. So it's like just playing Russian roulette with the hot water heater,
Yeah. You don't
so I'll get that replaced, and then after that I'll start building walls for my new fish room. So then things will start going on that project. And then I got some trees I got to take down, some big ass trees that are right in the way of where I'm going to build a new shop. Actually, I think I could show you. Hold on. Today. I wonder if I thought I added it to this. I don't know. Let me add source. Hold on. I did. I showed this on stream yesterday. So this is sort of the design for the new shop that I'm going to put outside. It's going to be different. It's going to have some different. It's going to be different, but this is kind of just give people an idea of what I'm building. So no. Oh, I need to get the arrow out, guys. I know people respect the arrow. So there won't be any glass doors or a balcony. And then the building will be turned the other way. So this tall wall right here will have no windows on it. And I'm going to build a climbing wall on this wall right here.
Okay.
And then studio upstairs and fish room and wood shop downstairs. So
beautiful.
It'll be 38 feet by 22 feet. So whatever that square footage comes out to. Some smart person can do the math. Remove. There we go.
516. I was muted. That's not right either.
Is that 516? I don't
know.
know.
No, I got it wrong. What did you say? What were your numbers?
38 by 22 is 836, and then times 2.
1672.
Yeah.
I was a little bit off.
So I think interiors. So I think like interior square feet on that will probably be probably closer to 1,500. You know, once utilities and all that crap are kind of figured out, and you know, I know you guys don't have insulation in your buildings, so they're probably just cardboard walls. Yeah, cardboard walls. Yeah, cardboard walls with a metal roof, tin roof, a hot tin roof, right?
Yeah,
no,
the main part of our house is very insulated. It stays very warm once it heats up.
Yeah.
Not mine, but
mine. I'll be doing that.
Pine roof, tin on top, no insulation, and lots of holes and gaps.
Yeah, so the next step on that is to get those big trees out, which that's like $5,000, and that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's got to be done.
G'day, Scotty. How are you? Sorry, I'm just scrolling back through the chat. Had my garden man turn up to do the lawn.
Saying hola to everybody.
No, he's Jamaican. What do they speak? English. Sky Dancer, hello. How are you? Who else did I miss? Aquaman, I think I said hi to you. Have a bloody second one, mate. They're free.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as the fish room goes, like, I was kind of working on getting some metal stands built. For some tanks fairly soon, so that's I'll probably only have 2 tanks for quite a while until I get another building built, which will take however long that takes. I don't know. We'll see.
So that picture that you just had up, is that your current house, or that's a house you want to build?
That's the shop I'm planning on building. But it's I was telling Z-Beam that it's going to be a little bit different. Oh God, I need my arrow again. So it's going to be turned a different direction, and the stairs will be in the back. It won't have this balcony. There'll be no balcony and no glass doors. And then around the corner on the other end will be like a small single car garage door, and then the man door for down low will be on that side, and then this whole wall will have no windows, but I'm going to build a rock climbing wall on that for home practice. so I don't have to go to a dirty old gym.
Dirty old gym.
Yeah. It's hard to go to the climbing gym because they have like a schedule, and you know what I mean, all sorts of crap going on all the time, and you got to pay, and you know it's just a nightmare. So it's like the other day after work, I wanted to go up to the gym, and then it's like, well, they have some kind of kids event going on, so they're like, well, no one can get in until like 9:00, and you're like, I need to go to bed. What are you talking about? You know, so yeah. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll go over to the Y and go swimming, and everything was booked. So you're like, yeah, okay, well, that's fun. So I just went home and ate some ice cream instead. You know?
I'm told that does equivalent stuff as what the gym does anyway.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
It's as beneficial for your body or something, they reckon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know. Oh, did you finish The Boys?
I did.
All right. How'd you think about the ending there?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I liked how little Kitty showed his dad's side, that he's, you know, potentially going to be a wicked, evil force to contend with in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, they did some foreshadowing on it, so it wasn't like completely out of the blue, you know.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed the ending, because it was like, you know what, I didn't think that was going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to play out quite like that.
Yeah, no, that was quite a good show.
I always forget. Well, I don't know that I forget, but like the boys in the comic books, they all have powers.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. They all took the like permanent V in the comic books. And so they're definitely doing some zigzags to make sure that they're not
Not straying too far.
That they're not sticking to just the comic book material, you know. So, which you know, it can be good.
I got back into Westworld. I don't know if you ever watched that show.
I watched season 1 and 2, and I think that what is there like 3 and 4 is out now.
Yeah, well, that's what I did originally as well. I watched 1 and 2, and then started to watch 3, but I just, for some reason, I didn't get into season 3 at the time.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it.
I started again the other day and smashed through 3 and 4 in no time flat. I love where they took it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
where they took it, and also what I don't love is the cliffhanger that they left it on, because I have absolutely no idea when season 5 is going to come out. So
right,
but it was it's definitely worth going back to and rewatching.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get into season 3. I like really tried to, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I think
it's because it was such a departure from the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Was it a departure, or was it just like so far between seasons?
It just opened up the world.
Yeah.
Like the story wasn't encapsulated in the park anymore. So
right.
But it's like a jump from this period piece to suddenly futuristic.
Super futuristic, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but definitely was a very, very, very enjoyable show to watch. It was I enjoyed the season 3 and 4 second time around. The episodes of season 3.
Yeah,
very, 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 very watchable. And this, like I say, how they took the concept and stretched it out was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up being so into it by the end that I was incredibly frustrated by the cliffhanger they left it on.
I should definitely look into like catching back up, I guess, you know. That's probably the way to put it.
Yeah. What else did I finish? Umbrella Academy. That was quite brilliant as well.
I did like that. I liked it.
Did you finish it too?
You know what? I think I have the season finale left. To watch.
Yeah,
I think that's where I'm at. I think I'm at like the last episode, and then I was kind of like, I'm gonna wait to watch it. But so far I've liked the season, the newest one. I thought it was pretty good. You know, they definitely had to kind of you know, bend the story to the actors and whatnot a little bit. But I feel like they did a pretty good job with it. You know, I think it's definitely interesting with the whole parallel universe nonsense. You know, it's kind of becoming a trope right now, aren't we? In the
it is, yeah.
you know, we're in the parallel universe phase right now, and then zombies will come back again, and then something. You know, the Blob.
Well, it's like the parallel universe. Parallel universe stuff is like time travel in movies and TV, isn't it? It gives you so much more potential for variations on storylines and digressions and whatnot.
Right. I think it's really easy to get lost in the parallel universe nonsense, though. I have real like I guess I don't know if it's real, but like I have real like trepidation as to Loki season 2, right? After watching the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and all that, and just seeing where they've not really shown their ability to do the multiple parallel universe stuff, you know.
Yeah, I still haven't brought myself to watching Doctor Strange yet. I'm sure I will get around to it.
Yeah,
there's been too much other good stuff to watch when that.
You know, I would say like it's worth a watch just so you're kind of like caught up, but I don't know. I don't even think I personally don't even feel like the Doctor Strange movie was about Doctor Strange really all that much. You know,
more of a collaborative effort.
Well, I mean, I really felt like it was the Scarlet Witch movie.
Yeah.
No, was it?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a Doctor Strange movie. It was the Scarlet Witch movie, and it really felt like it was edited by like it felt like it was edited by like 5 different people or something. I don't know what. It like jumps around and it's like kind of scatterbrained, and like it really focuses on the Scarlet Witch more than anything else. So it's yeah, I don't know what's going on over at Disney over there, but like maybe they just got too many plates spinning or whatever. But the Eternals sucked. That movie was garbage.
Yeah, that was pretty toilet.
And it kind of ruins the kind of ruins the whole universe, right? And then I've heard really bad reviews about Thor. What is it? The Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
I've heard that that's really like sort of universe shattering kind of nonsense. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the parallel universe
supposed to be just all good fun and stuff.
It's good fun. It's good fun.
Isn't it? It's a Taika Waititi movie as well, isn't it?
It is, but it's gotten like really bad reviews because they've basically given him full reign, and I think what it is that he's too busy. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Like I think what it is he's just doing way too many projects, and he kind of just phoned it in. Is kind of the vibe I'm getting from people that I trust, that they're like, yeah, it's just sort of a weird comedy, but like there's no depth of character and stuff. And you know, I don't know.
Did you guys watch Miss Marvel?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that either.
I haven't watched the TV one yet. Mm-mm.
It's damn good.
Yeah.
You liked it? I
really liked it.
Thought thought it was too teenagery and silly.
It is based at a younger market and also an ethnic market too, to bring the Marvel Universe into a more global field. But it was done so well. It just amazing visuals. So good on a big screen with good sound. And the last episode with a little bit of spoilers hinting towards X-Men coming into the fold, which was really cool. So
yeah,
I'm
but I
excited
mean,
for that.
Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange basically did that.
I think I fell asleep in Doctor Strange. I'm going to rewatch it.
Yeah. Well, they had Professor X in it,
Oh, really? Okay. I must have been asleep. Damn.
Yeah. And it was actually Jean-Luc Picard,
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. And he dies like super fast.
Right.
But yeah, like it's, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of criticism from people, and a lot of it does add up where you're just like, well, because I heard somebody the other day where they were talking about like, well, it's weird that the Disney Plus or Disney hasn't really had a movie hit since like 2019 because they've just been putting out all these weird, like the Hawkeye series. Like, did anybody need a Hawkeye series?
No.
Like,
No, it's
I mean,
B-list characters.
Yeah, and it was like Vicky and we were watching it, and it's like, man, that had come out, and it was like out for like 6 months, and we were kind of like, I guess maybe we should watch this. I don't know, maybe like I just was not even remotely excited for it, and the production wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible or whatever, but like, who cares?
It's
definitely one of my least favorite Marvel characters, and I went into that show with such low expectations.
Hey guys, Hawkeye's old. You're like, yeah, and and then there was like the Black Widow movie. Like the Black Widow movie just made no sense.
Yeah.
Because because like the Black Widow movie was supposed to be like a precursor, right? Like it was supposed to be like, but then that movie essentially like took away all of her trauma, like as like a character, because it's like, well, it turns out she didn't have a real family, but then it turns out like she has a family that thinks that they're like a real family, even though they're a fake psyop family or whatever. You're like, and now she has a sister, and all this stuff, and you're like, why was she doing all this other Black Widow stuff then? If she wasn't traumatized by the loss of her family, now that you took that away, like, I don't know. It's just, and it's like, wait, we got to make a movie with Jim Hopper in it. Because Stranger Things is super popular, so we got to make a movie with that guy in it.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. The most recent season of Stranger Things. Can I just go back through the chat for a minute and ask Skydancer? Says, I was late getting here. Did you play the rest of the song? Now I'm confused. What song?
Yeah.
And then Skydancer said something else. Oh, look out. Alien World Airsoft has signed me up for Ninja Warrior. Start training. I think the training alone would probably kill me, Scotty. Pam, your people in here are picking on me, says Pam. You are tough enough to defend yourself, Pam. We all know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Skydancer, that's right. Shark Week. She's watching Shark Week. I started watching a dude on YouTube the other day. Is it the Malibu Artist? Have you heard of him? If that's his right name.
What's that?
Does drone footage of sharks off the coast of the US and stuff. And some of his drone footage is fantastic.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I got a new drone, dude.
Nice.
Well, I've never had a drone, so I got one now. So I guess it's a new one. Currently right now I am transferring photos. Let's see how long this is going to take. It's still got 1 hour and 50 minutes to go. Oh my God. That's a lot.
That must be quite a few photographs.
Yeah, I took a bunch of photos on the last trips I've been on and stuff. So I'm like, well, I better offload those so I can edit them. And I don't know. I got 66 gigs left to go. So
Yes, it is the Malibu Artist for anyone who likes sharks and
admittedly,
drone footage.
I will
his
tell you.
name.
I'll tell you something you might like, you might not like, you don't know, you might not know. But I got some of the best hummingbird pictures of all time.
With your new drone or with a proper camera?
With a proper camera, yeah. So I'm sort of stoked to edit those.
No offense to any drones out there watching.
Well, you know how it is. They might feel neglected, but it doesn't matter. They're just drones.
True.
You guys have hummingbirds down there?
No.
So you've never seen a hummingbird.
Well, I've seen videos and I've seen a praying mantis eat one on video. Aren't they only native to North America?
Probably.
We have
they're like my favorite. They're like my favorite thing. I love hummingbirds.
Corvus, we've got a convergent evolution of a hummingbird here called a hummingbird hawk moth, and it's an insect, but it moves around and feeds like a hummingbird, moves like a hummingbird, but it's a moth, and it looks kind of like a prawn. It's even got a little fluffy tail on the back end of it. It's really cool.
Yeah, those are cool. Let me see. I've only ever seen pictures of those though, and video like on Discovery. Bird. Hummingbirds are native to the Americas and comprise the biological family of Trochilidae, with about 361 species and 113 genera. They occur from Alaska all the way down to Tierra del Fuego. So yeah, North America and South America, all the way down to the tippity tip.
Yeah, right.
To the tippity top. Tippity top to the tippity bottom.
The tippity bot.
The tippity bot. I gotta tell you, they're so delicate, and they go when their wings are going, and they fly around and they zip and they hover perfectly still, and then they're drinking their sugar and they're going a million. They're just so cute. They're the cutest goddamn thing you ever seen. They're just
that's obviously why they can't migrate overseas, isn't it? Because they require so much sugar in their diet.
They require a lot.
Any of that flying across 1,000-kilometer ocean.
Yeah, their metabolism's going real fast.
I mean,
their cuteness level puts koalas to shame. That's all I'm saying. The shrieking mating koalas.
Yeah, I don't find koalas
out
cute
there
at all.
Making noises
and capable of.
What's that?
Especially, I don't find koalas cute at all. I know what they're capable of, especially at this time of year when they start getting around and rooting and fighting and screaming at night.
Screaming in the evening.
Oh, they're so rowdy in mating season.
Yeah. I expect some good high quality video at some point.
Well, I don't really have them around me because I have no eucalypt forests near me. All my forests are bloody camp floral disgustingness. But they're certainly in the area, just not in my neighbourhood.
I've watched them eat camp florals.
Thanks, dude. You done? All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. With the one?
Closer to the gate.
Ah, right, yeah.
But everything else.
Oh, he has people just wander in off cam.
Yeah.
But further down than that, there's not much proper grass anyway.
No, this is what this do. Kill the weed.
Yeah.
And help the grass to grow. Feed the grass.
Yeah, right. All right, thanks, man. Take it easy. All right. Cheers. Sorry, I forgot to mute my microphone for that, obviously.
That's all right.
G'day, Elisa. What were we interrupted? What were you saying when I was interrupted?
Koalas. He wants some good footage.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're too far away from me. the only footage I do have a video on my YouTube channel of a koala fight, but that was supplied to me by a mate.
Yeah.
Josh has got koalas in his backyard. Probably, you might be more inclined to get koala footage from Z-Bane.
He's sent me shrieking koala videos.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, if now's the time, I'm just saying, like, over the next,
I think because of the floods, they've moved up into the escarpment a little bit more, get away from the water. Yeah.
Good.
Well,
good
you know
thinking.
how it is. In the next couple months, I'm just saying I expect some shrieking koala videos, where they're
They got a
freaking out.
very Reiki culture too to koalas.
Yeah,
That's
grab them. Yeah. They destroyed one of the best food sources in our backyard between us and our neighbours. So I'm sure they've moved on to greener pastures.
Breed between September and February.
February.
Be wary.
Oh, that's what I should do too. If Alyssa's here, I might as well send her a link, whether she plays or not. Yeah, that was my garden guy. He's doing the weed and feed on the lawns.
Nice.
Well, he had to tell me where he couldn't get to because the hose wasn't long enough. Instead of asking me beforehand, and I could have provided him with an extra 50 feet of hose.
You've been making all those bongs, haven't you, Blacky?
My
It's a short hose.
My pump exploded from my water tanks with my I've got maybe 50 or 60 meters of hose connected to the hose on that pump. Mm-hmm. So I haven't been able to use my tank water for fish tanks and whatnot since the pump went. It won't even gravity feed now because the actual chassis of the pump has cracked and leaks water all nonstop. Okay. So yeah, you've got to use those bits of hose for something. So yeah, I've been churning out the backyard bongs with all that hose length.
Blacky bong.
Oh, those
Blacky.
Blacky. That's a marketing opportunity I've missed. So yeah, that's another thing I keep leaving off my to-do list is going and finding a new pump for the water tanks. Yeah, a proper one. Because the one that is on there is like I think it came from Aldi or somewhere. So yeah, I need to go and get me go and see Farm Care and get a good proper branded pump. Or alternatively, just put one of my fish tank, 2,500 per hour, whatever litres per hour pumps and dangle it down into the water tanks, but they won't push as hard as a big one.
Might need to shorten that hose.
Well, that's probably something I could experiment with to at least get the gravity feed to work to fill the bathtub pond up. But yeah, unfortunately, the without the long length, I can't get into any of the fish tanks.
Right.
Whereas I can get water from the rainwater tanks, which are way out the back left of the property, into the tank in the house. which is, almost at the opposite end of the property. So, yeah, I need the length, unfortunately. Don't we all need the length? Oh, there we go. Nice one, Huawei. Huawei putting up a link to that koala fight on my YouTube channel. I'm almost 100% certain that everyone here would have seen it. Let's look at this as well. Hello, Alyssa.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Cheers.
You're suffering the heat as well, are you?
Yeah, I got a 20-inch floor fan.
Nice.
I was going to say, it looks like you're sitting behind one of those fan boats.
Yeah, I pretty much. We basically have been in the basement most of the day because it's the only place that's not 85, 90 degrees inside the house. But now it's cooled down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can
A
move up into
minute
the main
fraction.
part of the house again. So that's good.
That's probably the handiest bit about having an underground part of your house when it gets a bit warm, somewhere to escape to.
Yeah, I mean, the only downside really is that if we're in the basement, both of us, and he is working in the basement, it means that I cannot also work on my basement project. So, because my basement project involves a lot of cutting wood and drilling things and hammering, and it is very loud.
And his project doesn't allow for noise?
Well, he has to be on call.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Noise
frequently
would
on
include
call just like at random. So,
Oh crap! Oh crap! It's 10 o'clock. All right.
that. G'day,
Sorry,
Ian
guys.
Atkins. How are you?
Sorry,
Bloody
guys.
Alyssa,
Alyssa,
you've
good
gone
to
and
see you.
scared Joel off.
good to see you, Joel.
T-Beam, Blacky, good to see you guys.
See you, man.
I gotta get up and go to bed, or I gotta go to work
Get up-
in the
get up
morning.
to get
So
down.
I gotta get some sleep so I can continue to make noise.
Yeah, all the noise.
You got to get up to get down.
Gotta get up to get down. That's right. All right, guys.
Make some dust,
See ya.
man.
See you soon, man.
Cheers. I got some kiwi brew.
Oh, how do you even say that? Oh, Urbanaut. I thought it was,
And
for some
water.
reason, thought it was a
Wow.
W at the start. Rubnaut.
You know what water is?
Yes, but
The
what do you
taste
think
of
water is?
poverty. The
taste of
poverty. That's an arsehole thing for me to say. But yeah, I really don't enjoy plain water at all. At least put bubbles in it.
It's better than what my brother says about it.
What's
Because
that?
he refuses to drink water.
Mm,
And then his reason is that, fish fuck in it.
yeah.
It's filtered and refrigerated.
Yeah. I've tried those lines on him as well when he said that, but I think he just prefers the comedy aspect of saying that fish fuck in it.
We had
Not the fact that they
a
pee and poo in it as well.
a few years ago. A couple of friends of mine were hosting a German girl who was in town for like a week or something like that.
Hosting
And
is not some euphemism that the kids are using nowadays, is it?
no, I'm not sure how to really describe it. She was in town through my friend's charity organization, and she was just visiting America. She was part of that charity as well, but she was in the Germany branch, and she was and it a lot of
Sorry,
accent.
I derailed your story.
It's okay. So we were like, well, we've got. She's like, well, what do you have to drink in a German accent? And we were like, well, we've got liquor, and we have water. And she's like, water, and because she didn't want to drink all day, which is fine, and so we gave her water, and it was just still water from the tap. And she was like, "Yeah, it's like drinking out of a toilet. This is disgusting." And I was like, this is the most delicious water I've ever had in my life. I grew up with gross water, and this is delicious water. I don't understand. But then I later realized that in Germany and most of Europe, you expect bubbly water, sparkling water. Like that's what you would get. That's what you drink. And that stuff gives me heartburn. So I prefer not to have that. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing.
I definitely drink more fizzy water than still water. But like every time I would, my thing used to be, if I'd go to a new town or a new city, even just visiting, I would always sample the tap water. And every time I've moved into a new house, I would find the tap in the house with the best tasting water, because some of them taste different and stuff. So I'd find the tap with the sweet water, and that's the one I'd always drink from. Some people would say that's a little crazy, but there's differences. There's differences.
Well, it depends. Like sometimes people have done some crazy things with their pipes, so that like maybe one tap is connected with maybe brass plumbing to the main, and then some of them are like plastic or PVC, CPVC or whatever, and then there's the new PEX going on, and then maybe they've got galvanized on other parts.
And then
you don't have, because it's a big chunk of money to put up to replace all of it at once. So.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a snob because I got rainwater at home, and when I go out to a restaurant or anywhere else away from my home and they serve me, tap water in a bottle, I'm like, no, I'm not drinking that. I got no idea where your water comes from, how much chemicals in it. I've got a pool too, so I'm all too familiar with chlorine and salt and all the chemicals that go in the pool, and tasting some people's town water is just like, yeah, fuck off, this is just shit. Give me the bacteria, I want the live water.
Yeah, so you don't have any ultraviolet or filtration on your tank water. Yeah.
Fuck no. I want those.
I tend to agree with that as well.
Prebiotics, man, they're good for your gut.
Yeah.
Bit of.
As long as you're not getting Giardia or something, then you're fine.
No.
Yeah. All the bad ones tend to, they flush out of your system in a week or two anyway. It might. Yeah. In runny poo, maybe, but
Yeah, you get acclimatized to it, really. Like once you're used to it, you're used to it.
One of my friends calls it instant 20-pound weight loss.
Nature's
diet.
Nature's diet. What are they called? Laxatives. Nature's laxatives. The bugs in rainwater. It's good for you.
Absolutely.
Dysentery. That's what killed Sir Francis Drake. There's your fact for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Dysentery has killed many of my characters on Oregon Trail. Back when I was in kindergarten or first grade or whatever it was, they let me play that game.
Never heard of it.
I was playing it in year 5, but year 6, and we still couldn't get through that shit. So if you're doing it in kindergarten, it's just an impossible game. It's like give it another try.
Yeah, those games were hard, man.
Yeah.
That was when games were impossible.
When they wanted you to get your money's worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
They wanted the play time to take a very long time so you didn't get sick of the game.
Yeah. The best one was Sim Ant. That was really cool. Some old person donated some Apple IIe's to the school, and they were cutting edge within the last 5 years before we got them. And they were hidden in a separate room, and we eventually got the keys to the room, and we're like, yeah, we'll play Sim Ant. This is cool. It's so much fun when the spider turned up. We're going, we're gonna fight the spider. This is hilarious. And the spider would just kill our ants.
I can remember playing Emu Joust on Apple IIe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Joust. Yeah.
Crikey, that would have been early 80s.
Yeah. We had like some kind of fish simulator where you had to be like not get eaten by a bigger fish and not get eaten by the osprey or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. It was a silly game. They let us play it in order to try to get us used to using computers. So yeah.
And now you get all these videos on YouTube of kids smashing through a game in an hour or something. It's like, what's the point? It's not even a movie length version.
Mm-hmm. One year when I was in, I don't know, 6th grade or something, which would have been I want to say 1989. The school put on some sort of school fair thing, and in one of the productions was that you get to watch a kid play Super Mario Brothers, the first one, and he just did the run through with all the like cheats and everything, and finished the game before. Right, they had the band, the school band, playing the Mario Brothers theme song, and he finished the game before they finished the song.
Shit.
That is fast.
That is a whip
it was
through.
pretty fast.
Yeah,
I think they were expecting that.
I filled in as a bass player for a band, and they had a song which had a bit in it which was the Mario Brothers theme, and they were just so disgusted by how I couldn't play it because I didn't know it. I wasn't familiar with Mario Brothers, having never grown up with a Nintendo or anything. So it took me so long to get it, and I probably never really got it. But you know, those dudes were pricks anyway, so it was very difficult to be in a band with them. Or two out of the three.
Big.
We'll be back in a minute, guys.
Rogie. So what else has been going on apart from severe heat?
I think it's been a while since we've talked. Since we talked, my old cat passed away, and I got a new one.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, I mean, she was 18, and she had kidney problems, and
A pretty good run, 18 years, isn't it?
Yeah, and then she started to get seizures, and so we let her have, a final day in the backyard. She lay down in the concrete and where it was warm, and then we did the at-home euthanasia thing, and it was very peaceful. And then we couldn't. We were just like sitting in the house, like, well, now we don't have a cat.
And then decided, better go get one.
Yeah, and so it was like a week or something like that. And then we finally were like, well, we'll just go and we'll just look. And now we have a cat.
Yeah. A very productive look.
Yes. Yeah. And he's a totally different kind of cat. Yes, I'm talking about you. I see you. And other than that, just trying to build the walls for my fish room. So I've had to learn how to do framing. So I've never done that before.
It's a good skill to have.
Yes. I received power tools for my birthday, so
Brilliant.
that's good. Well,
Happy birthday, belated, by the way.
thank you. 41. Yeah. And
41, did you say?
yes, that is how many years old I am now. And yeah, so it's just been pretty productive. I mean, we've had the lumber for forever, just like sitting there waiting for things to get done and whatever. And then finally, I was like, I just need to start working on this crap. Start putting this shit together.
Good. Hey, Kiwi Mamo. Do you have expertise in procrastination as well, like me?
No.
Or it was factors. There were factors involved.
We were trying to get assistance, and then assistance kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and crap kept getting in the way and whatever. And finally, I was like, I bet I can just do this. I bet it's possible. The ceilings are low enough so that if I have to like put something up, I just like stand up and hold a board with my head and just kind of like.
Pardon me.
Or not the ceilings, but the area. The ceilings are pretty low, but the beam that I'm connecting the walls to is really low. It's like 6 feet, which is a little under 2 meters, I think. I don't know. I'm not good at that conversion math in my head.
You know, you've got to practice it lots to get it, I think, like most mathematics.
Yeah. Are you guys, so you're in winter now, right?
Yeah. We are elbow deep.
Yeah. Starting to get warmer. Yesterday was pretty warm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's warm in the sun, but in the shade here, it's quite chilly. I'm regretting now not having the thicker trousers on for the that there's a particular spot around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the temperature just seems to drop about 3 or 4 degrees quite rapidly. But it's just, I mean, considering the shitty weather that we've had for months and months on end, it's the last 2 days have just been gorgeous. And we had this massive music festival that was on out in the over that way a little bit far, because obviously the last 2 years were cancelled for stupid reasons, and they put it back on this year. So there was all these people that were super excited to go to this rock and roll festival after 3 years, and then deluges of rain on the first day. So they had to can the first day, and then the second day the main stage was apparently sinking into the ground, I heard. So they cancelled all the acts that were on the main stage for the second day, and then the Sunday I think was fine. And then now we've had a couple of days of beautiful weather. Hopefully most of the Splendor in the Grass participants have disappeared from the area, so they don't know what glorious weather we're having a few days after the scheduled event.
I had some friends go on Sunday and they said that the mud was like ankle deep in some places. Like my friend slipped over a few times, got a bit muddy.
One of my sons came and got some gumboots off me on the Saturday because he was going on the Saturday. But by the time they were going to a mate's house first, and by the time they got there, then all the messages were going out that Saturday was cancelled as well, so they didn't go. But then he went on the Sunday and saw Tyler, the Creator, and was absolutely stoked with seeing that show. He said it was his best live show that he's ever seen. And but didn't pay. They had their little scammy system with the wristbands of how to get in and whatnot.
Yeah.
2 people go in, one person comes out with a spare wristband and gives it to the next person. My son said he had it on because they're supposed to be on the right wrist, and he put his on the left wrist.
Oh,
And he said by Sunday they weren't even checking which wrist you had your band on and just letting people in.
What are they gonna do? No, fuck 'em.
But yeah, you know, it just always seems to be that when the big festivals are on here, that the rain comes as well.
mhm.
Blues Fest is renowned for it at Byron Bay.
Yeah,
Always
the weather.
rains that weekend.
The weather always fucks up for when the tourists turn up en masse. It's almost like nature
I like
warning.
it. I like it too. And, you know, it should continue to deter the tourists from coming here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
still
Kiwi,
found it
remember?
funny.
We got sun, man. Look at this. Sunshine.
It's glorious.
Wow.
I found it very funny when Blues Fest was happening as well, and it's renowned for its rain and mud, and when Splendor was happening as well. And I was in town on the Saturday morning, I think, and I couldn't believe how many people were getting around dressed in white. You know, these events are known for their mud and their rain and the filth, and people bring their finest of white outfits to get completely soiled.
See, that sounds like something I would have done when I was a teen. Is specifically wear a white outfit, knowing that it was going to get filthy with mud.
That's
Well,
just
yeah,
showing.
I think that's very, very appropriate and very good that you would expect that. But I think some of these people are just that silly that they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to be fashionable and stylish.
I suppose. Well, are you guys familiar with the band Guar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever they would come through town when I was a teen, we would always make sure to wear white and then stand up close
Nice.
because you get splattered with stuff.
Lots of various stuff as well, which is good.
Yes,
Have
various
you
stuff
seen-
of various colors.
Have you seen
Buy
the
my
documentary?
Beverage. No,
The
I haven't.
documentary.
No.
Yeah, there's a documentary
No.
out called "This Is Guar."
Actually, yeah, on YouTube, I have seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I get my vape juice from Steve, who was a founding member of Guar. He's got a shop
Really?
in Dalesford. Yeah, he's a
That's
good guy.
awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. I bought juice off him for a number of years and rocked up at the shop, and he's been monitoring my online orders. And he said, "Josh, you know what? I'm going to show you some things because you have the exact same taste as I do in vape juice." So he just went and showed me some extra stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, that is fine. Thank you very much, Steve, for looking after me." But in the last 2 years, he opened up a shop in Cairns up in the far North Queensland coast. So he does winters up there instead of being stuck in Dalesford because he's getting on, and he wants to get away from the cold in winter. So smart ass has got himself a place up in Cairns.
Those who can do.
Exactly. Might as well.
I'm going to go do some wrestling and refilling.
No worries, bro. Always
Just don't do them at the same time. Ugh.
Watch if he comes out with the glass from the toilet full.
Right? Just full of a mysterious green tea colored liquid.
Ooh.
Ah. And then we find out that Blacky belongs in those quack quack part of YouTube.
Oh. We had I've heard from some friends, right? There was this guy that was infamous for being known as the trough guy in Sydney, and he would lie in the troughs and beg people to piss on him.
Oh, like the urinal trough?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. He really enjoyed himself, but other people would just go, "Fucking why not? This is hilarious."
Oh,
And
my God.
what's the other funny story about pissing is a rugby league player called Todd Carney. Someone videotaped him in the bathroom doing a thing called the bubbler, where you piss straight up in the air and it goes in your mouth. And he got in big trouble for doing the bubbler.
Like, just do that kind of thing with your mates. Don't get someone to film it and put it on the internet. Jesus.
Oh dear.
The toilet has the sweetest water. I'll not get involved with that. Yuck.
Nah. Even if you've like just cleaned it.
It's still not good.
No.
Yeah. Alcohol makes people do some dumb things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time in bars, and yes, people do very dumb things there. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, this beer doesn't taste like pineapple. It's supposed to be pineapple, pear, and mango, but it's bloody... The Kiwi didn't do it good enough. Not enough fruit. Oh.
Huh.
Mm. It's very beery.
That would upset me, but that's because I don't like beer. So
Yeah. If you're gonna drink, what do you like to drink, Alyssa?
Mixed cocktails.
What's that? Mixed vodkas.
Cocktails.
Cocktail.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Right now, I've got a brown sugar bourbon that I saved for Christmas, and I put it in some eggnog, and that's my Christmas drink. At a bar, I go simple and just like rum and coke. Or if I know the bartender, then I like to get a ginger beer with Fireball in it.
Yep.
It's spicy.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's a good beverage.
Yeah. But you got to make sure not to get ginger ale. Ginger
Yeah.
ale is just syrupy and sweet.
Mm.
Right. It's the opposite here. Ginger ale is the dry one, whereas ginger beer is the sweet one here. Have you seen
Oh.
Sheepdog?
Sheepdog.
Sheepdog from Tennessee. It's I think it's from Tennessee or Kentucky, but it's a peanut butter whiskey.
Ugh. Fucking why has peanut butter got to be in everything now?
It's so good. It's delicious. Peanut butter whiskey liqueur. It's fucking awesome.
I'll believe it when I try it, but I'm not spending my money on it.
Yeah.
Now, one liqueur that I particularly like is Bailey's.
Bailey's, yeah.
Yeah, Bailey's goes on anything.
Have you tried the salted caramel one?
Yes.
That's a beautiful breakfast drink.
It's wonderful, but I like the original.
Yeah, that's tasty as well. Very, very drinkable
you
at
can-
any hour of the day.
You can make a chocolate cake and then soak it in Bailey's.
Yeah, nice.
You can make a chocolate cake, soak it in Bailey's, and then instead of milk or whatever, make the frosting using the Bailey's.
Solid tip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How to get really sick drunk eating cake.
Yum.
That
I've
was
also done
the
the same
segment
trick with
Liquor
rum,
Tips
so.
with Alyssa.
Yes.
Cheers.
I agree with you, Sharpie, that beer should taste of beer, not nasty, fruity gunk. I believe I've even said that to Z-Beam on multiple occasions in the past, that I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of fruity, flowery tasting beers.
You're missing out. All the hops are fucking full of phytoestrogens. They're for women, not for men. We've got it flipped on its head. Men think that really hoppy beers are really blokey and really manly, but really they're just giving you bitch tits and Shrinking your nut. It's not good
Thanks
for the
for
man.
swinging by, Sky Dancer. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
And so, what do you get instead of the estrogens out of a fruity beer?
Nutrition.
Vitamins and minerals, or
Vitamins and minerals, yeah.
vitamins.
Yeah, I got some good what was it down in Bendigo? I got one called a fruit smoothie sour, and it was thick as like it was serious fruity gunk. But it was like someone just blended and made a fruit smoothie and it was alcoholic, and it was like this is breakfast beer. This is fucking awesome. Wake up, crack a tin of that. Fuck yeah.
I like Bloody Mary mix, but I don't like vodka. I just like the mix. I don't know. I'll drink a V8.
Substitute with some nice tequila or mezcal.
I'm not really a good Bloody Maria fan either, so you know.
There's some pretty wild Bloody Mary recipes out there, isn't there?
Yeah, I always find those really amusing more than anything else. Like, I don't want 3 meals on a drink.
I listened
I
to
have like pizza and a burger and like sides and everything else all piled up on a drink. I don't understand it.
We did. I think we spoke about clamato juice a few weeks back, Huawei. But I listened to a podcast called The Sloppy Boys where they talk about cocktails and stuff, and they were going through some variations on the Bloody Mary, or just talking about, I don't think it was their drink of the day, and there was a Bloody Mary version with bacon in it that I seem to remember sounded really, really, really interesting. But now I can't remember what was actually in it. G'day, GRB.
Out here, you just put the bacon in there.
Is it like replacing the celery with some bacon rashes or something? Or is the
Both.
celery still there? Both,
I've seen Bloody Mary bars where you go and you just get it's like going to a. Do you guys have all you can eat buffets?
There's a few around still.
Sizzler.
It's like that. It's like
I
you
think
go
Sizzler's
up
gone.
and you got your Bloody Mary, and then you start topping it with stuff yourself. Like, you want some olives, you want your bacon, you want whatever, and I don't see it very often.
But is it one price fits all drinks? You just pay a cover charge or something and then go to town?
Okay, so we have to deal with some fuzzy memory on these. But what I remember is that they were specifically like at a gay bar on the day of the Pride Parade, and it was being put on, like the Bloody Mary bar was specifically being hosted by that bar specifically to, I don't know, convince some gay kids to actually eat something for the weekend, at least at one point. And so it was like, pay $5 and then you go in and you get like a meal and a drink. Because a lot of them won't eat all Pride. They just don't eat. They just drink.
Makes sense if you're a bottom.
Yeah. They just drink their vodka diets. And that's it.
These kids think ahead.
Yeah, they do. There's a whole routine, and it's not a life that I want. I'm glad I'm not a man. And yep, that's it.
My finches are back. I didn't see them all day yesterday. I think they were pissed off with me because I hadn't freshened their seed up for a few days. All husks just left in the tray. I wonder how they work that out though, because I didn't see them at all. But as soon as I put, oh, not as soon as I put fresh seed in there a couple of hours ago, and now they're back. Maybe they've sent a scout when I wasn't looking. And what's old mate done there? Bloke who owns the property out the back has turned up in his ute over the paddock there, but he's been parked there now for half an hour and I've not seen him. Hope he's not suiciding in his ute. No, he wouldn't do that. He's got way too much money. Way too much money.
Maybe he's finishing up a movie.
Huh. Maybe. No, he's been the last 2 weeks or so. He's had some heavy machinery and chainsaw operators on his property clearing out some of the camp florals. So I think he's just scouting where he needs to clear the shitty trees next.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't want to make too many gaps in the trees so we can see what he's up to over the back there on his own property. Doesn't want us to see.
No, you could just put up a privacy fence. That's not so hard.
I wanted to
tons of money.
We used to have, there's a mountain out the back of us to the north of us. We used to have a beautiful view of it when I grew up in this house. And now the camp floral trees are just so big that they obscure the view of the mountain. And I did suggest to him one day that I kindly asked if I could maybe chainsaw down some trees to get our view of the mountain back. And he sort of, and then about an hour later, after our face-to-face conversation, he texted me and said, please don't cut any trees down on my property. So no mountain view still. But the way they're going, he might do it for me in a few months.
Nice.
As long as he doesn't get to build his massive vegan retreat on the property. Well, I don't mind if he does it way over on the back section, but not in the paddock that abuts my yard, thanks. I don't want crazy vegans stumbling through my backyard at any whim.
They'll be after your seed.
My seed.
Yeah.
My bird seed, yeah.
Yeah, your bird seed.
I'm glad you specified that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Protein from vegans.
Can I be really politically incorrect? Are vegans allowed to swallow?
They are. Because they don't consider humans animals for some reason.
Right.
Or it doesn't harm animals.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That fits.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I have
should
asked
say.
this question before.
I had never even thought of it until Josh said that the vegans were coming for my seed.
Mm-hmm. Be like, why? What are they gonna do with it? It's kind of like only some of them will eat honey,
Yeah, right. The hardcore
even though
ones.
it doesn't like hurt the bees, or they won't wear wool, even though it's shearing the sheep is a thing that you have to do for the sheep to be alive.
It's quite beneficial for them.
Mm-hmm.
No leather.
Yeah. Leather,
Then I'm like-
definitely. Well, yeah, it depends on the kind of vegan. Like I have a friend who is vegan, but only because her guts literally can't freaking digest anything. Like her guts make it really limited on what it is that she can actually eat. And she finally settled on veganism, and it has to be all cooked. It can't be raw because she can't digest that. And but she's like, no, I would eat meat. I would.
Would if I could, but I can't.
Right. So she has like leather jackets, leather shoes, all sorts of stuff. Doesn't have any problems with that kind of thing.
But walks into a vegan restaurant and instantly gets growled at.
Nah. No, she's hot as hell, so they're not gonna
Yeah.
they're not gonna
They still want their spokespeople.
Right, yeah.
Pro-life Bible thumpers, can they swallow? Well, it's probably very functional for them, isn't it?
It's not casting the seed upon the ground.
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow it might be cast on the ground, essentially, but yes, that's the biblical words, isn't it? No seed shall be cast upon the ground. Do they use the word seed in the Bible? I think they do, don't they?
I think they do. Yeah. It's either seed or essence or whatever. And it's all translated from Greek or Aramaic anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird freaking rules.
I got
And
to
to be
see.
fair, if you're talking about, married heterosexual relationships or whatever within the Bible, in the Bible, if the guy tells you that that's what you do, then as a woman, you have to.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's just, so if then it's okay because he said that you have to.
To love, honor, and obey.
Pretty much.
I wonder, do people even still use that in marriage vows?
Yep, they do.
I
I've
suppose
been
there
to
is a lot of-
several weddings where that was said, and I was aghast. So
I got to read the true Aramaic translation of the Lord's Prayer, and it is so different than the Aramaic to the Greek to the Latin to the English. Like the one we've got today is this stripped down, weaponized, extremist, minimalist version, and the Aramaic was this really fucking beautiful, inclusive, very hippie-ish, out there statement that was like all-encompassing and beautiful. And I'm like, wow, we've really been fucked over by these translations.
The oldest Chinese whisper on the planet.
Yeah,
You're probably not allowed to say Chinese whisper anymore, are you? I'm cancelled.
Human whisper.
I'm not sure what it even means. Maybe it's an Australian thing.
It's like, you sit in a circle and someone they whisper into the person next to their ear a statement or something that's been given, and then it has to go all the way around the circle. And by the time it gets to the end of the circle, obviously the objective is to repeat the original phrase verbatim. But, 99 times out of 101, a few words get mixed up along the way.
We just call that telephone.
Yeah, that's right. I listened to Theo Vaughn tell a story about it the other day, and he called it telephone as well. Mm-hmm. And he always, I don't know if you're familiar with the comedy of Theo Vaughn, but he's always got a story about Daniel. There was a kid in my class named Daniel, and Daniel was always at the end of telephone. I don't know if I'm doing Theo's southern accent well enough. And Daniel...
I know what you're talking about, though.
Daniel would always get up at the end, and he would just shout the N-word. Doesn't matter what the story was. Daniel would always shout the N-word at the end. And that teacher, she kept putting him at the end of the line every time.
Oh, that's fucked.
He told another good story about Daniel one time that they were playing. They did this group of kids did mushrooms and then they played hide and seek. And they said, Daniel went and hid and we never saw that kid again. But still, Daniel keeps turning up in his stories. He's a very out there comedian, Theo Vaughn, if you're not familiar with his work.
Yeah.
The way his mind works is sublime. I don't even know if he thinks he's funny. If his comedy is not intentional, he's got a really amazing comedic mind. The way it works. But yeah, I can only do him in short bursts. I can't do like a week full of Theo Vaughn because he gets my mind buzzing too much about the zany way that he thinks. Yeah, he does a podcast called This Past Weekend, and he was on Hot Ones. Actually, I think I watched a repeat of his Hot Ones episode. It was quite a few years ago now. Hot Ones, best interview show on the YouTubes.
Except for this, you do pretty well, Blacky.
I try not to interview people though. I just try and have casual conversations.
Yeah, you get the essence, the seed out of people.
Good callback. That's a secret to being a good interviewer.
Yeah.
Bringing it all back around.
Yeah, Hot Ones is a really good show on YouTube if people don't know it. Sean Evans, the host, is potentially the best interviewer I've ever seen working. His interviews are fantastic. And so many of his guests tell him that, as well, because they're not just... Because everyone that goes on Hot Ones is there to promote something. They're doing the same old media rounds that everyone else does. But Sean Evans, the host, does not ask all those standard run-of-the-mill questions that, television interviewers and stuff just go through the motions with. Sean digs deep, gets in there.
He punishes them. I've got a sticker of Shaq when he did the Hot Ones, and it's hilarious. Every time I see the sticker of him just go, getting smashed by something really fucking hot. It's hilarious.
The Bomb. Yeah, that's from The Bomb.
The Bomb.
Yeah, I watched that Shaq episode again just the other day. I did a Hot Ones wormhole and watched about 6 or 7 in a row.
Nice.
Thursdays they come out down here. Oh, that's right. Bear Grylls was the last one, wasn't he? 10 million views. Wow. That was a good one too. It's good. Bear Grylls is an interesting kid as well. Bit of a unit, but quality human being.
Drink your own piss.
Or if you can't drink it, urine enema was one of his other hints. I can't remember who he had.
Oh, yeah.
Some fancy female actress on his show, and they're doing urine enemas to rehydrate.
I think he's got a lot of piss fetishists watch his shit just to see the
just to hope that
Trough Man is his favorite fan.
Yeah, Dave Grohl's episode.
Showers.
Dave Grohl's episode was good, Sharpies. I actually thought at the end of that episode, Sean and Dave were going to do like sex and stuff. They were that into each other. Did you see the? Have you seen Studio 666, the Foo Fighters movie? That's great.
No.
It's really, really good watch.
I heard about it. Apparently, the song they wrote for that was like, I listened to that. That was really good. Well, they did some metal.
Yes, a fun movie. A good, fun, gory, violent movie. I got a copy of it if you want to watch it, Beast.
Cool. Sounds good. I've got a few USB sticks here with some stuff I've got to check out that I discovered. We got some bootleg music from a friend. All of his
Bootleg music.
well, it's his unreleased material, so it's
Oh.
a bit of psytrance that never got released. So I'm gonna put it on CDs for my old school DJ setup. Got myself an external CD burner. I haven't put
I
use
was
on.
getting so sick of ads on YouTube that I finally went to YouTube Premium, which includes YouTube Music now. So that's quite handy.
Yeah.
Handy having a music source like that of my own.
Yep.
I mean, I've got my Google Nest speaker out here, but it's hooked up to my niece's Spotify account. So
Right.
at least now I can, if I'm doing a long enough trip in the car, I can put YouTube music on and listen to new stuff and whatnot.
Nice.
Still trying to build up my library. You go in and think, oh yeah, I know what music I like, and then when you start typing in bands to add to your library, and it's like, who now? Who's next? And everyone fades from your memory rather instantly.
When I have to try to do like iTunes, well, it's not iTunes anymore, but Apple Music or whatever the heck it is they're calling it. I get upset because I am used to albums and I just want to hear the whole album.
Mm.
But when you put it into the library, what they want is to mix it up, or they'll put it in and it has like a cut, like you can tell where the cut is in between the songs, and it kind of breaks it for me. And it's like it's like the albums that I really really like listening to, like I'll get a craving for like Fear Factory albums, because they're like freaking movies essentially.
Yeah.
And Tool to a lesser extent is the same way, and it's a thing. And so I just like I miss having albums, and
I think
still have
a lot
some of my CDs, but not many.
The YouTube Premium, like, because there's no ads, we can definitely get like whole albums of Fear Factory on there, which is good. I'll definitely crank that. Yeah, is that all your CDs?
That's 2 milk crates full of them.
Yeah,
and
nice.
that's the cold collection as well. I've thrown a bunch out.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah,
what do you do with CDs now?
Fear
I don't
Factory.
even have a CD player.
All right.
Do you want
Or Emerald kill me, but yeah, I'll take them.
them? There's some bloody good stuff in there.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, definitely. If you're not going to archive it, I'll definitely stash it away.
Well,
Sign up.
at the moment they're just sitting out here, and they have been for probably a year now since I've had to remove them from the ex's house.
Okay.
So and I don't have a CD player, not even in my computer. So
Okay.
I suppose I've got a PlayStation 3, but that's a lot of hassle to just play some CDs when you can look them up on YouTube Music.
Yeah.
I have a CD
Iron
player
Maiden
in my
is-
car.
I don't even have that. Oh, do I?
We do.
I don't think I do. In
Yeah,
my
right.
dad's car. That is now my car.
We got
Iron
we got
Maiden were
60.
another good band. Iron Maiden did
Yeah.
they did albums that were from song 1 to the last song were like a not necessarily a story, but it was always really good listening from point A to point Omega. They're ones that I always get a hankering for, to listen to a whole album through. But yeah, I think that's a thing that music listeners these days are potentially missing out on, because I don't know if many artists are actually creating albums, with a storyline or with a flowing theme sort of thing.
Mhm.
It's just all about the hit singles for the kids nowadays.
Right. Well, because, people buy, if they buy the music at all, they're getting the one song that they like,
Hmm.
and that's it. They're not getting, like, it used to be that you would hear like some song on the radio or whatever, or your friend would introduce you to a song, and then you'd be like, wow, I better buy the whole album so that I can listen to it. And then maybe you hear the whole album every day and you get used to the other songs, and you either A, hate the album, or B, love the album and the band, and then become a fan. And now it's like, I don't understand how people become fans of things.
He doesn't own a dog, so that's very random that he puts a pug in front of his camera.
Oh, I don't know. I was like, no difference. He just popped his head in the. For a second, he just had more beard than usual.
He had cheek beard and forehead beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Aphrodite, my friend's dog that just arrived. Come for a dog walk.
Ah. Let's call it quits then, shall we? 2 hours. That's
Alrighty.
nice short one for a change.
Craig
Oh,
just
brother.
arrived. G'day,
Just
Craig.
as Brothers rolls in, we're gonna go away.
Sorry, brothers.
It's probably
I'll
been a
see you
busy
guys
boy
later
at
then.
work. All right, Alyssa, thanks heaps for hanging out with us. It was good fun,
yeah.
as usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on,
No worries. What's your man's name?
Justin.
Justin. Say hi to Justin for us. Hope he's
I
doing
will.
well.
It's his birthday today, so
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday, Justin.
yeah. He's upstairs practicing his violin, so
Oh, nice.
I was wondering why you were looking to the side and up.
Yeah, I was trying to see if he was coming down or not, but no, he was just using the upstairs loo.
I was just imagining him to be a very, very tall man, and then I remember that you said the ceilings aren't very high down there. So,
Right. Well, these ceilings are pretty high, but the basement
Oh,
ceilings are low. We've got a 2-story with a basement.
right, gotcha.
Right. All right, I'll let you go.
Rightio, take care. We'll
Yeah.
see you when we're looking at you.
Yeah. Good night.
How you been, brothers? I hope you've been well, mate. But sorry, yeah. I mean, we started incredibly late today, but by my standards, we're probably finishing early as well. But probably wasted so many hours on StreamYard this month by not using them. Normally, I'm over my limit on StreamYard, and this month I've done 2. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, dude.
You're welcome, man. It's been fun.
If you want to come and rifle through my fixums and collect which ones you want, my sister wants the rest, apart from my Star Wars ones, of course. I still need me a Darth Vader Star Wars
Yeah.
one. If you've got any spares of that.
Not yet, but I'm due to go shopping again today, so I will keep an eye out.
I had 2 days in a row of less than $30 shops.
Right.
So, and like, because I used to work there, obviously many of the staff know me, and many of them are quite generous that they you earn one for $30, and I'll have like a $35 bill or something, and they'll give me 9 or
Nice.
something like that. And then there's
Yeah.
this young girl on the self-serve the other day, and my bill was $35, and she gave me 1. And she wanted to check my receipt as well for the
Wow.
amount, instead of just like everyone else they don't even give a fuck. They just hand you a fistful.
Yeah, I got that the other day.
Right.
We got a $100 shop, and they gave us like 17 of them. I was like, wow, they liked us. Big stag.
Yeah.
Oh,
You learn. I've remembered that girl's face too, so I won't go through self-serve if she's on self-serve.
no, fuck the self-serve. Not worth it.
Mm.
They're gonna pay me to use that shit. I want to get paid if I'm gonna check myself out.
I generally, if I like, I do like to use the express lane if I've got very few, or go through a checkout, because generally, you know, like I said, I used to work there, so I know them. So it's fun to go through a checkout and have a chat with someone that I used to work with.
Yeah.
But if I go through a register and I don't like the way that they pack my bags, then that makes me go self-serve next time, so I know how my bags are going to get packed.
Yeah. Very
God, I'm a
cool.
cussy funt.
Cussy fun case.
Huawei says it sounds like I'm wheezing. I don't know if he's actually talking. I don't know if he's talking about my voice or if he can hear the peeping of the finches just over there.
I can hear the finches. Tater tots and onion rings and beer for lunch. Yeah, bro. I had leftover chips from yesterday with cheese, chili sauce, and sour cream.
I was wondering what it was you were eating. I did
Day
look like
old chips
with cheesy sauce on it. I suppose you got to do something to day old chips to make them edible.
Yeah, it's melted cheese on them in the oven. Pretty decent. Waste not, want not.
It's the only way you can bring chips back to life is in the oven.
Yeah.
You can't microwave chips and expect them to be as good as they were.
Soggy bog. Yeah.
Yeah, gross. It's not the birds. When I inhale, there's a slight wheeze. Yes, Huawei. Thank you for indicating that I'm a smoker. And I've got lung problems, and I'm probably dying of lung cancer. What do you want, mister?
Smoke show.
Come here. Come on. Come on.
Doggo.
Doggo. This dog hates being patted.
Yeah.
So much he hates it.
Oh, really?
You need a wash. You do. You smell a bit funny.
Been rolling in the turd.
Huh?
Has been rolling up in the turds.
Oh, he's definitely smelt worse before, but he's not a box of roses. It might actually even be my nose, Huawei, because I've got I've had like my right nostril seems to be thinning. Like I felt like there's been an obstruction in it for a couple of weeks, but I've done like full cotton bud down the nose, trying to wrestle with where the area is. So I don't know. I might have to submit to a doctor to look inside my nose to find out why my nose is thinning. I haven't been doing drugs up my nose or anything, so that's usually the cause of something like that.
my friend Lakita over in Bali, she had the same thing. There was a bit of an obstruction, and she went to the doctor, and they got up there with the endoscope to check it out. They're like, "Holy shit!" Then out came the tweezers, and this giant fucking leech was up inside her nose, got in her head while she was sleeping. Tiny little leech, and it had been there for weeks and just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow.
They got it out. It's shocking. And
that'd be a fun video to watch.
Yeah, wish we got it on camera.
I love that stuff. Botfly larvae removals and squeezings and stuff. That's great. Yeah, nothing makes your insides creak more than that stuff.
Yeah.
Mine, anyway. I mean, they creak, but it's like one of those things that you just can't look away from. When I say you, I mean me.
Yeah.
I might also just be breathing straight into the microphone or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's not worry about it too much. I might have cancer in my nose. Or a leech. I would prefer a leech. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
Let the
leech for
leech-
years.
Yeah, me too.
Seen leeches. I think next time I see a leech, I'm going to put it on me just for old time's sake.
Ugh. No, don't do it. Anticoagulants, yucky.
Oh, calm down. There's a fight going on in the seed tray. What?
Oh, sure, that's just your wheeze.
As I've got all these, well, not all of them, but a few different random plants growing out of the cracks in my concrete that have germinated from the seed out of the bird's tray. Because finches are very flighty, so every time they get a little bit of a startle, if you will, they fly off and hundreds of seeds fly out of the tray. And then again, when there's two of them wrestling in the bottom of the seed tray, there's so much seed just sprayed up out everywhere. Keep your meal on your plate, kids. All right, let's get out of here. Go and do your stuff.
For sure. See you guys. Nice.
Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Thanks, Joel and Z-Beam and Alyssa for hanging out on the screen. Thanks, Huawei, for slinging some links. Always appreciated. I know you got here late, GRB, but, you know, thanks for your moderating in the past. They're still going in that seed tray. These finches have been breeding year-round as well. There's constantly new babies coming along. It's like, stop rooting, you birds. Anyway, sorry, I'd keep digressing and diverging into other topics. We'll just piss off then, shall we? Fingers crossed we'll see you all next week, but I'm not making any promises. Just, you know, keep your eyes to the horizon and your ear to the railway track, and we'll see what happens.
See you.
Take it easy, everyone. See you when we're looking at yous. Toodaloo.
Bye.